Hey crew, happy Thursday. I hope everyone's having a good week. Last week of January, which is crazy. It's flying by the year as always. Um, Last week I took a question from one of you guys. I didn't see any other questions this week, so I'm going to talk about something that I think is really important and hopefully it's helpful. But please, if you think of anything that you want me to talk about in Herner Happy Hour next week, drop it in the comments or message me. If you don't want everyone to know, that's totally cool. But I am looking for more topics, so if you have questions, think about them and post them in here or send them to me. Hey, Elena. So today I want to talk about something that I think a lot of us forget, and it's a really great reminder. Hey, Teresa. To have during class and try to think about while you're teaching, because it'll make all the difference. So when we teach, especially as we get further and further into our teaching careers, good morning. Yeah, I'm happy you're here too. Something that always helps me is to remember what it was like to be a newbie. Remember what it was like to step into class for that first time and be really scared to get on the bike, be really intimidated, and how you can make someone feel more comfortable. So a lot of us, honestly, have a hard time channeling that because it was so long ago. But something that I've found over the years that helps me while I'm teaching is to think about the range of people that you have in your class. So I want you to imagine when you're coaching, when you're cueing, whatever drill you're doing, whatever thing you're doing, maybe it's choreography, maybe it's not, maybe it's a heavy hill, whatever it is. Think about how you would coach if you only had one person in the room, and if that person was a brand new rider, first time they've ever been on a spin bike. And then think about it as if that one person was really advanced, really experienced, rode with you every single day, really good at spinning. You're coaching to both those people. So if you think about every class, you have one of each of those, and that's it. Just think about those two people and how they're going to take what you say and how they're going to take your cues. And so you're going to have to think about two things, right? The new person is going to need hand-holding. They're going to need you to describe exactly what it's supposed to feel like, exactly how to do each move, the form that they want to have while they're doing it, the positioning, all those little things. But then you're also going to teach to that experienced person who maybe needs that little extra challenge, still needs the reminders on the cueing and the form, but how can I make it more advanced? How can I make it more difficult for myself? How can I challenge myself? So if you think about those two people are in your front row every single day and you have to teach to both of them and you want to give them both the best class, a comfortable experience, but uncomfortable in the sense that they're challenging themselves. They feel good, they feel strong, they feel like they accomplished something, right? Because that is something that we all need to do and think about. We want people leaving the room feeling proud of what they did, feeling like they pushed themselves and it was a challenge, but that they accomplished it, right? You don't want people leaving discouraged because that's when they don't come back. So that one thought, sipping my coffee, just, me too, Teresa. It's always fun to have the morning classes. So if you think about that while you're teaching, even if it's just a couple times throughout class, you remind yourself, okay, I have the newbie, I have the really experienced person. How do I make sure I'm cueing to both of them? How do I make sure I'm teaching to both of them? How do I make this doable yet challenging for both of those people? That is a thought that I keep in my head all the time, and I find it really helps me to make the class for everyone. And I think that's one of the coolest things about spinning is we get people who are brand new to fitness, never worked out before in their lives, and then people who are very advanced and want to get a real big challenge, because you can teach to both. But we just have to make sure that we are, right? That we have to make sure that we don't get into the habit of always teaching to everyone as if they're experienced. Because I'll tell you, even if you don't have a brand new person in class, if it's their second, third, fourth, maybe even fifth time there, they're still new. They're still learning. They're still trying to figure out how everything's supposed to feel, how they challenge themselves, how they gauge where the road is, how they understand the cueing and the form, all that stuff. So you want to teach as if somebody's brand new to class, but you also want to make sure you're giving a challenge to someone who's a little more advanced. So hopefully this makes sense to you guys. If you have questions on it, let me know. But I think just that one thought, so always teaching to someone who's brand new, always teaching to someone who's experienced and needs that challenge. How can we coach and cue to both? So let me know how you guys do it. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on this. And I think if you can keep this in your head while you teach, it'll make you a much better instructor. So if you miss this video, it'll be posted. You can watch the recording. Don't worry. And if you guys have more questions for next week's Turner Happy Hour, I am taking some, so let me know. You can message me or post them in the group, and I will check them out. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your week, and I will see you soon. Bye.